Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and get started here. A beautiful day, a little warm, so stay in the shade there. I want to make a couple of quick introductions and a couple of comments. We've got a lot of dignitaries here. I'm not going to mention all of them, but I'll start with my colleague and a guy that I'm loving working with, our co-president, Doug Brigham. Doug's over here. I'm going to tell you, I'm having a blast getting to work with Doug. We've got, and I have no hesitation saying this, the best elected official on the planet, Mayor Garrett Nancolis. This guy, in his 20-something year as mayor, longest tenured mayor in the state of Idaho, and anybody that's lived in this community from the time Mayor Nancolis came here as mayor to now can say that he is definitely, when he leaves, which we hope isn't for another 20 years, he's going to have left it a lot better than he found it. So thank you for being here, Mayor. Some of our student dignitaries that are here, Drake Kuykendall. Drake, where are you? He's our student body president. We've got many of our international students. I got to make a shout out to our international students, and we have a partnership with the United World Colleges, and this year we have 72 different nations represented on this campus. We have 60 incoming freshmen, and we're now up to 13% of our campus is made up of international students, and it just brings such a richness, and we're delighted you're here. We've got a couple other folks that I'll call on. They're going to help us with the shovel ceremony. Irvin Brown, he's the head of our international student organization. Irvin, that's about as shy as I've seen you. We can get him up here to the mic and we'll liven things up. And then Malawi, if you'll raise your hand, she's our ambassador of the year. She's going to join us. You know, we had two students that had lunch with Jim and Mary today, and we picked these students for a couple of reasons. One, we had Shania Fox. She's a sophomore pre-med major from Capitol High School, 4-point student. She worked in this summer. She stayed on campus, lived here, and did research this summer. She was researching neuroblastomas as a freshman, sophomore to be, doing graduate level research. Our students are amazing, and we thought it'd be great for her and Dr. Smith to meet. And then Don Shaw, who is from Filer, which is Jim's hometown. And we thought that it'd be fun for those two to get to meet the Smiths and thank them, and for them to see what's coming behind them and why they do what they do. So with that, our guests of honor and the people that have been incredibly good to this school. How many Boonies do we have here? How many of you are fans of Boone? All right, we got a bunch of, come on, some of you guys, maybe you don't know it yet, but if you're science students, that building would not exist as it does today without what the Smiths have done for us. When you walk up, next time you walk into that building, when you walk up the stairs, you'll see a picture of Jim there, and it's a tribute to what he's done to make our science lab world-class and give us the opportunity to have the highest admission rate to medical school of any school we know of. You can't do it without great facilities and great faculty, and we've got both, and the Smiths are a big part of that. Today we're here to celebrate the welcoming arches, and I'm not going to steal Mary's thunder too much, but I'll let her tell the story of how that all came about. But it's going to be a great addition to the college, and I'll let her tell her story. But I want to say a couple things about Jim Smith. Jim came here, he's class of '64, came here from Filer, Idaho. His father had just passed away before he came here. Didn't have a lot of resources, but the tradition we've always had is accessibility. We're going to find those students that want to work hard, that are willing to work hard, that have that aptitude, but more than that, the work ethic to be here. And Jim came here and had a great experience here at the College of Idaho. Went on to be, I would say, the pioneer of cardiology in this valley. We have some of the finest cardiology on the planet. You don't have to go out of town if you are in need, and hopefully nobody is in need of cardiology services right now or in the near future, but if you are, you're in a great place. Jim has been a leader. He's brought great talent. He's brought grown facilities, and all the way along he's thought about giving back. And Mary comes from the same mindset. How do we give back? They worked hard, they did well, but what they've done for this school is without compare. So I'll call up Mary and I'll let her tell you a little bit about how this all came to be, and then we're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony and we'll be on our way. Thank you, Mary. Let's give it up for Mary and Jim.
This project began when my husband Jim and I were driving down 21st Avenue to the college. I looked up and saw the back of the library as a backdrop for arches that would brand the college and separate it from Cleveland Boulevard. As Jim Everett just said, my husband Jim grew up in Filer, wanted to be a doctor, came here, and 4 years later was accepted to medical school. His professors knew his name. They cared if he understood the material. I'm a Berkeley graduate. There I received a fine education, essentially cost-free. I had professors who had won Nobel Prizes. However, it was beyond my imagining that my professors would know my name or care if I understood the material. A central point of Berkeley's campus is Sather Gate. Like 21st Avenue, Telegraph Avenue with its traffic and constant protests, remember this is Berkeley, dead ends into Sather Gate. Sather Gate is actually not a gate, but 3 wrought iron arches, always open. Fast forward to now, big state universities offer a lot. Small private colleges are fragile. Some say no longer relevant. I say at this place, the College of Idaho, the professors will know your name. They will care if you understand the material. I say this is worth preserving. It is my hope that when students walk through these arches, the arches will signal that this is a special place, a place dedicated to learning, a place where they can fulfill their dreams as my husband did, Jim did, all those years ago. Thank you.
So we're going to move over for a groundbreaking ceremony. One of the things I didn't say, that these are multi-million-dollar donors to this college. Multi-million-dollar donors. Let's one more time, let's give a hand to the Smiths here, what they have done for us. Lots of places you can spend their money, and you students, remember, they're investing in you. That's why they do this. They're betting on you. And when you get to a position, we'll be long gone. When you get to a position where you can give something back, I hope you'll remember what the Smiths did for you. When you're sitting in that lab, and when you're driving down 21st and you see this beautiful new archway that's a welcoming place that brands this place, remember the Smiths and all the other people that support you. So